welcome to Outside the Waiting Room. I'm Harriet.
And I'm Olivia, and we are two chronically ill girls living in Aotearoa, New Zealand. We are so excited and honestly a little nervous to finally be recording this.
This podcast has lived between us since 2021 when we were having conversations about our health and realised, wait, you felt that too? Does everyone else feel this? Why aren't we talking about it?
And if you're listening, maybe you felt it too. Maybe you live with chronic illness. Maybe someone you love does. Maybe you're burnt out, overwhelmed, grieving the life you thought you'd have. Or maybe you just want a place where people are honest about the messy parts of being human.
That's really what Outside the Waiting Room is about. So much of our lives revolve around the waiting room. But what about our lives outside the waiting room? We want to provide a safe space for chronically ill people and supporters, not pretending everything is inspirational all the time, not toxic positivity, not just stay strong or have you tried yoga? These will be honest conversations about chronic illness, the ups and the downs, all while trying to build a meaningful life while wearing a mask to hide the realities of living with a chronic illness.
We may spend a lot of our time waiting for answers, waiting to feel better, waiting for our body to cooperate again, or waiting for life to begin. And though illness is a part of our story, we still want joy. We still want laughter, creativity, connection, big feelings, normal conversations, funny conversations, all of it.
So this podcast is basically the conversations we were already having privately, just now with microphones.
Which honestly could be a little dangerous.
We'll be talking about chronic illness, but also parenting, relationships, friendships, identity, body image, burnout, navigating the healthcare system, and all the weird things nobody warns you about when first diagnosed.
Like how being chronically ill turns you into a person who is acutely attuned with their body, an unqualified nurse within your friend group, or often being mistaken as a nurse in a hospital setting, and also a chameleon.
We also want this to feel hopeful, not in a fake, everything happens for a reason kind of way, but hopeful in the sense that even hard lives can still be beautiful ones.
And if you're someone who currently feels isolated or unseen, we really hope this podcast makes you feel less alone, because chronic illness can be extremely lonely. Sometimes the hardest part isn't even the symptoms. It's feeling like the rest of the world keeps moving and you're stuck trying to survive the day.
And we get that. We really do.
So thank you for being here from the beginning. Whether this podcast reaches 5 or 5,000, it really means so much to us.
And in future episodes, we'll dive deeper into our personal stories, diagnoses, the realities of living with chronic illness, and honestly, probably a few unhinged health system stories too. But for now, this is just our introduction, a little hello, a little you're welcome here, and maybe a reminder that there is still life outside the waiting room.
Thanks for listening. Please follow our journey on Instagram at Outside the Waiting Room, and we'll see you next time for our very first episode.